Good morning, everyone. Should we start with the queries? First query is question number 58. Okay, so the problem is in estrogen progesterone test, right? Good morning, everyone. Should we start with the queries? So the first query is 58 number question, which is telling that after giving estrogen and progesterone, there was no withdrawal bleeding. No withdrawal bleeding, right? First, we will be discussing progesterone challenge test, and then we will be discussing the estrogen and progesterone challenge test. Okay, so progesterone challenge test, what is there? That if we give progesterone to the patient, then that patient will bleed. Okay, the patient will have periods on giving the patient progesterone. Now you all know that if this is proliferated endometrium, right? So this endometrium is proliferated by estrogen, right? Then this endometrium becomes secretory once progesterone acts on it, right? This is due to membrane, it becomes secretory due to progesterone. Okay, and then it is there that the estrogen and progesterone withdrawal, then bleeding occurs, right? Then bleeding occurs. Okay, now what if the progesterone is not there? What if the progesterone is not there? The situation is something like this, right? And if we will give progesterone with the help of progesterone challenge test, then we give progesterone only for 5 days. Okay, we in the progesterone challenge test we give progesterone for 5 days. Then after giving progesterone there will be bleeding, right? But it will only occur if the endometrium is primed with estrogen, right? And tell me the problem. Write down in the chat box the problem in which in the body there is no progesterone. The problem in which in the body there is no progesterone and progesterone challenge test is positive. That is, the proliferated endometrium is there, but there is no progesterone, and when we give progesterone the bleeding occurs. Write down in the chat box. Yes, Dr. Sheffi, you are right. It happens in PCOD. What is there in PCOD? Yes, Dr. Isra, PCOD or anovulation. What happens in PCOD? That ovulation does not occur. Ovulation not occur, right? Ovulation not occur. So, there is no progesterone, right? That is why it is said that in the PCOD, what is high? LH is high, right? LH is high, right? So this is the condition with progesterone challenge test. Okay, and now what with estrogen and progesterone? Now on the endometrium we are giving estrogen. Estrogen will make the endometrial proliferation, right? And we are also giving progesterone. We are also making the endometrium secretory. Now still the bleeding is not occurring. No withdrawal bleed. It means the fault is at... Okay, Dr. Champ, we will discuss it. Don't worry. I think you were absent yesterday. We discussed it yesterday. We will discuss it again. Okay. So it means there is no withdrawal bleed in the presence of estrogen and progesterone hormones. It means problem is in the endometrium. Either it means after giving the estrogen, the endometrium is not proliferating. Okay, it means after giving estrogen, the endometrium is not proliferating. Either the endometrium is absent, endometrium or uterus is absent. What is the condition in which uterus is absent? Please speak out. What is the condition in which uterus is absent and estrogen, progesterone is present in the body? Please speak out. Write down in the chat box. MRKH. Right? It is MRKH. And endometrium does not proliferate. Yes, you are right, Dr. Isra, Dr. Champ, you are right. What is the condition? We will be discussing, Dr. Sumit, what is the condition in which endometrium does not proliferate and uterus is present. Speak out. Write down in the chat box. Endometrium does not proliferate after giving estrogen and progesterone. No. Please speak. Write down in the chat box. Yes, Dr. Sheffi is very smart, gives the earliest answer. Yes, it is Asherman syndrome. After giving estrogen and progesterone, no withdrawal bleed, because in Asherman there are adhesions and estrogen does not proliferate. Okay. Now you tell me the answer of one more question. After giving estrogen and progesterone, there was withdrawal bleed. Very nice, all of you, very nice. After giving estrogen and progesterone, withdrawal bleed was present. Which is the following condition? Tell me. Write down in the chat box. Dr. Champ, you are right. Plus, write down now. After giving the estrogen and progesterone, withdrawal bleed is present. Which of the following condition? Dr. Sheffi, Dr. Champ, you are right. Yes, Dr. Isra, it is fourth. Yes. No, Dr. Champ, it is not PCOD. In PCOD, only progesterone challenge test is sufficient. Are you getting, Dr. Seeker? Dr. Seeker Kartik Raj, are you getting, Dr. Champ? For PCOD, we only do progesterone challenge test. Okay? Dr. Ayushi, please tell me. No. Please take the answer to this question. What is the answer to this question? Estrogen and progesterone challenge test. Write down, Dr. Ayushi, Dr. Champ, Dr. Seeker Karthik. Please write down in the chat box. What is the answer to this question? Dr. Ayushi, we have discussed there is no bleeding in progesterone challenge, estrogen and progesterone challenge test with Asherman. Yes, Dr. Champ, you are right. Dr. Seeker Karthik, you are right. Dr. Ayushi, is it clear to you? Or I have to explain it again? In Asherman, there is no bleeding. Yes, Dr. Sumit, you are right. Dr. Ayushi, waiting for your reply. Please tell. Yes, very right. So you have to see that with estrogen and progesterone, every ovarian failure, pituitary failure, and hypothalamic failure patient will bleed. If there is no withdrawal bleeding with estrogen and progesterone, it means that it is either uterus is absent or the endometrium is not proliferating. Okay? Is it okay? Now let's take the another question. After 58, it is 51. What is 51? 14-year girls present to the OPD with absent Thilarche. Absent Thilarche means absent estrogen in puberty. Okay? Agree? What does absent Thilarche means? That estrogen is not there in puberty. Okay? On examination, uterus was present and there was high FSH. Now see, uterus was present. Okay? It means the problem is, now who synthesizes estrogen? Who makes estrogen in our body? Yes, Dr. Rahul, you're right. Please answer to the question. Who makes estrogen in our body? In the female body. The estrogen in female body comes from please write down in the chat box. Estrogen in the female body comes from, please write down in the chat box. Yes, it comes from ovaries. Very, very good, very good. It means there is no estrogen is coming. It means the ovaries are not active. It means there is ovarian failure. They are further supporting the fact that there is FSH is increased. Now what happens if a patient of amenorrhea is coming? If FSH and LH are decreased in the patient of amenorrhea, if UPT is negative and FSH and LH are decreased, what is the diagnosis? Very good, very good, very good to each and everyone. Tell me this answer now. If FSH and LH are decreased, if FSH and LH are increased, if FSH and LH are normal, FSH and LH decrease in which case of amenorrhea? Write down in the chat box. If there is hypogonadotropic, it means either hypothalamus or pituitary. If they are fail, then FSH and LH will decrease. FSH and LH are increased in the case of hypogonadism. And FSH and LH, they are normal in, yes, uterus problems. Very good, Dr. Kartik Raj. Very good, Dr. Rahul. The one who are not understanding this slide, please write down in the chat box, then we will proceed further. One question is surely going to come in this from this slide. Yes, Dr. Kartik, you are right. Is it okay with everyone? Dr. Sumit, please write down. Have you understood? In the how to interpret the report of FSH and LH in agiospermia and amenorrhea. Please write down in the chat box, Dr. Sumit. Yes, Dr. Shafi, we are going to discuss karyotype XY. Don't worry. See now in the question, in the last they have given that the karyotype is XY. Okay, now we have to proceed. Karyotype is XY now. Okay, now if the karyotype is XY, then there will be testes, right? Then there will be testes, gonads will be testes, right? Now it they are saying that the it is a girl. It is girl, right? She is a girl. It means it is a case of Dr. Sumit, FSH and LH increase because in the case of gonadal failure, there is no estrogen and testosterone. Due to the loss of negative feedback, FSH and LH increase. Understood? So, in the case of XY, the gonads are testes. Okay. The gonads are testes. Right? So, now the testes, they synthesize testosterone. Right? They synthesize testosterone. Now, if this testosterone is not, now you all know that in androgen insensitivity syndrome, this testosterone is not acting. But this testosterone gets converted into estrogen and it makes the breast. This happens in the androgen insensitivity syndrome. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay, Dr. Shafi, Dr. Kartik Raj? Right? Now, they are saying that even the breast is not there. Karyotype XY and it is girl. It means that the androgen are absent. Right? And even breast is not there. So it means that this estrogen was even not produced. Okay? This estrogen was not produced. Is it okay? Even in the presence of testes, if breast is absent, it means that estrogen absent, testosterone absent. So testosterone will be absent in the case of gonadal dysgenesis. Can you tell me a syndrome with gonadal dysgenesis? Dr. Shafi, waiting for you. Can you tell me? Have you understood this, Dr. Shafi? Question number 51. Can you tell me a syndrome with testicular dysgenesis? What is it called? What is this syndrome called? XY genotype and testicular dysgenesis. What is this syndrome called? Dr. Isra, we considered it girl because it is a case of male pseudo-hermaphrodite. We say any girl, girl. We say any boy, boy on the presence of external genitalia. Okay, Dr. Shafi, you tell me why uterus is present. Yes, Dr. Sumit, you are right. So this syndrome is nothing but severe syndrome. Now, Dr. Shafi, on 6th week, no, Dr. Rahul, it is severe syndrome. Or at 6 weeks, both Wolffian and no, Dr. Rahul, it is not Klinefelter, it is severe syndrome. Dr. Shafi, on 6 weeks, Wolffian and Mullerian both are present. Right? Now if it is XY, it means that the gonads will be testes. Now this testes, they secrete androgen and MIH. Right? Are you getting? This androgen, it grows the Wolffian duct and this MIH suppress the Mullerian duct. Because in this case, They are saying that it is a gonadal dysgenesis. So what will happen? What will happen? There will be no androgen and no MIH. So now what will grow? Mullerian will grow. Have you got it, Dr. Sheffy? Is it clear to you how uterus is present? If Mullerian will grow, then uterus will be present. Okay, okay. Let's go with the second question now. 47. Question number 47. They are saying that 19 years old girl has a fear to gain weight. Fear to gain weight. What is this condition? Anorexia nervosa. In anorexia nervosa, which compartment is affected? Tell me which compartment is affected in anorexia nervosa. Hypothalamus does not function in patient of anorexia nervosa. So which hormone will decrease? Gonadotropin releasing hormone. Dr. Isra, it is hypothalamus. Gonadotropin releasing hormone will decrease. When gonadotropin releasing hormone will decrease, then there will be amenorrhea. Very common syndrome in medico girls. Have you got this? Dr. Isra, the fault is in hypothalamus in anorexia nervosa. Hypothalamus does not function in anorexia nervosa. Have you got this? After 47, it is 44. 15-year girls, absent breast, absent periods. What is the diagnosis? Come on. 15-year girl. When they are saying girl, it means that it is external genitalia is female. Okay. Next, they tell you absent breast. Absent breast means absent estrogen, or you can say ovarian failure. Right? Now they say the girl also does not have periods. No periods. Right? So it means estrogen and progesterone both are absent. Estrogen and progesterone both are absent when there is hypothalamus failure or there is pituitary failure. So, chromosome of Kallmann can be XX or XY, any. If the patient with Kallmann is a girl, then it can be XX. If the patient with Kalaman is a boy, then it will be XY. Okay, it can be any, Dr. Sumit. Is it clear? Okay, why it is not Turner? All those you who are watching, please see question number 44. Why it is not Turner? In question number 44, why not Turner? Please write down why not Turner in question number 44. Yes, Dr. Rahul, you are very smart. It is because in Turner the karyotype is 45XO. Yes, Dr. Kartik Raj, you are right. It okay? Is it okay? Dr. Isra, I am not getting you. Please write your confusion. Very good, very good. Dr. Isra, please write your confusion in detail. Kalaman can be 46x6 if if it is girl, and Kalaman can be 46xy if it is boy. Okay. Next query is 43. Which is the unusual cause of secondary amenorrhea? Secondary amenorrhea. Which is the unusual cause of secondary amenorrhea? Turner में there will be always primary amenorrhea. Secondary amenorrhea means Dr. Sumit, I am not getting you. Please write down your query. External, okay. Help me with this query. External genitalia depends on what? They are asking. So, see, there are two structures at 6 weeks, genital tubercle and genital swelling. Okay. If the androgens act on them, then the external genitalia will be, write down in the chat box, male. Usually the androgens come from testes. So if the androgens act on genital tubercle and swelling, then the external genitalia will be male. If no androgens, then the external genitalia will be female. Clear? Clear? Very good. Very good. So external genitalia depends What will be the external genitalia? Depends on the intrauterine life. Androgen is present or not. Very good. Okay. So external genitalia depends whether in intrauterine life there was androgen present or not. Okay. Okay. Next question is this secondary amenorrhea. What is not the cause? Now Turner, what is the definition of secondary amenorrhea? That once HPO axis was activated, periods come. In Turner, HPO axis never get activated. Never activated. Right? Next option is Sheehan. In Sheehan, always the lady has conceived. It means that periods had occurred once. So, in Sheehan is a what is Turner mosaic? What is difference between Turner mosaic? What is difference between Turner and Turner mosaic? In the Turner mosaic, the karyotype is 46XX and 46XO. Okay, is it clear? Yes, in Sheehan, because once the lady has conceived, yes, very good. Okay, so Turner mosaic, once the HPO axis will active because there is 46XX. In Sheehan, there is secondary. In Sheehan, there will be secondary amenorrhea. In fragile X mutation, mutation always occur during the life. Okay, so mutation always occur fragile X mutation. It means all the female was normal, but then during its life the mutation occurred. Somewhere in its life mutation occur. Right. That is why it is answered, Dr. Sumit. It is an unusual cause. That is why question is asked कि किसमें secondary amenorrhea नहीं होता. Dr. Sumit, are you getting it? What is the question? Question is which is not a cause of secondary amenorrhea. In Turner mosaic, both are present 46XO and 46XX. So once periods आ जाते हैं, शीहान सिंड्रोम में होता ही सेकेंडरी एमिनोरिया है. फ्रेजाइल एक्स म्यूटेशन में लाइफ के किसी फेज में पीरियड्स नहीं आते हैं. राइट? ओके. Next query is 42. Now what is there? It is again another type of Turner mosaic. In Turner mosaic, what is the genotype here? 45XO and 46XY. Right? So now this human being will be Turner plus male. Okay. So now this will have, because it will behave like male. This is question number 42. Because this some part of it will behave like male, so testes will be present. Right? But it will be cryptorchidism. So bilateral gonadectomy. Okay, got it. Next query is 37. Please see, this was a question of Aina set, 37 number question. What is the age of to declare a female amenorrhea? What is the age to declare a female primary amenorrhea if no secondary sexual characteristic present? Write down in the chat box. And if secondary sexual characteristic present, write down in the chat box. If no secondary sexual characteristic is present, then the age is 13 years. Right? If secondary sexual characteristic are present, then the age is 15 years. Got it? Now here they are saying, see the option number A, 14 years old girl with no breast. Dr. Kartik Raj, in the book it is Williams. In the Williams it is 13 and 15. Please clear it. Okay. So, here it is saying that option number A is 14 years old girl. Tanner staging 1 means no breast. Tanner 1 means no breast. Dr. Isra, it is 13 and 15. As per Williams, it is 13 and 15. 14 years old girl plus no breast. Tanner 1 means no breast. So will this be a case of primary amenorrhea? Write down in the chat box, please. Tanner 1 means no breast, no secondary sexual characteristics. So this will be a case of primary amenorrhea. Have you got the question answer? Dr. Sumit, have you got it? Okay, now let's see the another option, number B. 13 years old girl with Tanner 5. Okay, Dr. Isra, just see here. Tanner 1 means that there is no breast or very minimal breast. Right? Tanner 1 means no breast or very minimal breast. Okay. Now in the second option they have given 13 years with breast present. So this is not the case of primary amenorrhea. What is the case of primary amenorrhea? Tell me. If breast is present and periods are absent at 15 years. Okay, Tanner 5 means breast is present. Next is 12 years old girl with Tanner 4. C option is 12 years old girl with breast present. Again, this says that if secondary sexual characteristic is present, what is the age group to say? Primary amenorrhea. 15 years. Right? Very good. Next is 11 years old girl with very less breast. Yeah, breast absent. Very good. Very good. So have you got Dr. Isra? After this it is 35. 35 number question is 52 years old lady is coming with amenorrhea. What is the cause of amenorrhea at 52 years old? Write down what is the cause of 52 years old lady with amenorrhea. Dr. Sumit, Dr. Isra, whosoever are attending the class, please tell me. 52 years old lady का क्या cause होता है amenorrhea का? Write down. Yes, it is menopause. In menopause, what is there? Beta, but we cannot say it amenorrhea. Dr. Isra is asking 11 years girl with stage 1 breast, is it normal? But it is not a case of primary amenorrhea. We have not to see what is normal and what is abnormal. We have to see that whether it is a case of primary amenorrhea or not. Yes. So 11 years girls. Yes. So doctors, if there is menopause, it means it is a case of ovarian failure. So what happens in ovarian failure? FSH and LH increase due to write down in the Dr. Rahul, you should write down, so no negative feedback. Okay, once the question has come in exam that why FSH and LH are high in menopause, and there two options were there, due to negative feedback or due to loss of negative feedback. Answer was due to loss of negative feedback. So ovarian failure, so no negative feedback. Please write down no negative feedback, Dr. Isra. No estrogen, no negative feedback. Yes. Don't write down negative feedback. Due to negative feedback, FSH decreases. Due to no negative feedback, write down in the... Okay. Next query is 33. Here again they are saying that girl is small height. Small height girl. Right? And the girl has no periods. And FSH is raised. If FSH is raised, it means... Dr. Sumit, write down in the chat box. If FSH is raised, it means ovarian failure. So the answer is low oocyte in ovary. Clear? Next is 32. Child with primary amenorrhea, negative progesterone challenge test. Now there was primary amenorrhea and there was negative progesterone challenge test. It means if the test is negative, what does it mean? नेगेटिव प्रोजेस्टेरॉन चैलेंज टेस्ट का मतलब क्या होता है कि वहां पे ईस्ट्रोजन नहीं था, endometrium proliferation was absent there. Have you got it, Dr. Sumit? But there was positive estrogen and progesterone challenge test. What does it mean? After having, yes, Dr. Kartik, you're right. Dr. Sumit, yes, negative progesterone challenge test means that there was no estrogen. But when we give both estrogen and progesterone challenge test, then there was bleeding was present. It means estrogen and progesterone both were lacking. So tell me, in Mullerian agenesis, there is no uterus, no bleeding, even when we give estrogen and progesterone both. Okay, in PCOD there is bleeding. Very good, Dr. Kartik. There is bleeding with progesterone challenge test. In Asherman there is no bleeding. So the answer is prolactinoma. Answer of 32 is prolactinoma. Because what happens in prolactinoma? There is increased prolactin causes decreased GnRH. Is it clear? Is it clear? Question number 28. No, beta, they don't get negative feedback from progesterone. Only estrogen was feedback. Please see question number 28. They say that girl age is 14 years and breast is present. So whether you will give treatment of primary amenorrhea, what is the age to declare a girl primary amenorrhea if breast is present? Write down in the chat box. If breast is present, then okay, I'm taking 49. I'm taking 29, Rachna. Write down in the chat box. What is the age if breast is present to declare a female primary amenorrhea? Yes, Dr. Kartik, it is 15. Very good. Very good. Then will you treat this patient? Very good. Very good, Dr. Hassan. No, Dr. Rahul, it is not 13. Dr. Rahul, please change it. Dr. Rahul, if breast is present, you will say a girl primary amenorrhea if the girl's age is 15. Please clear your doubt. Dr. Rahul, please write there 15. Let us take now question number. Because this girl is a normal girl. No, Dr. Sumit, why we will treat it? We will not treat this patient. That is why the answer was no treatment. Assurance. Very good. Yes, Dr. Raj, 30 is for without sexual characteristic. Okay. So, in the question number 28, no treatment. Question number 29. See, you all know that Asherman syndrome is if there is extensive DNC. Asherman syndrome occur if there is extensive DNC. We do DNC for what? Please write down in the chat box. DNC हम कब कब करते हैं? For MTP, for secondary PPH, for DUB, right? And for missed abortion. Okay, these are the 4 conditions for which we do DNC. हम एक्सटेंसिव डीएनसी कब करेंगे? सबसे ज्यादा एक्सटेंसिव डीएनसी हम डॉक्टर रचना वी डू इट इन सेकेंडरी पीपीएच. Okay, very good, Dr. Rachna, very good. But we do the maximum. Yes, हम सबसे ज्यादा खुरच करते हैं. And in yes डॉक्टर हसन राइट. सबसे ज्यादा हम खुरच करते हैं सेकेंडरी पीपीएच में. कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे, एक मेम्ब्रेन भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे. ये रट्टा ही है वैसे. ओके, इसको रट लो बस. नो कंसेप्ट हियर इन 29 क्वेश्चन. ध्यान रहता है तो ठीक है, नहीं तो रट लो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 22. Lady had pruritus vulva and amenorrhea. Okay, she is found to have no pubic and axillary hairs. She is lethargic and cold intolerance. Tell me what is the diagnosis of question number 22. Please tell me. Dr. Rachna, I am taking. Dr. Hassan, I am taking 56. Please tell me what is the diagnosis of question number 22. Write down in the chat box. Dr. Sumit, write down in the chat box what is the diagnosis of question number 22. Next we will take 34, then we will take 56. Please tell me. Let's first finish question number 22. What is the diagnosis of? Yes, it is pituitary necrosis. So what are the hormones deficient in pituitary necrosis? Come up. Sheehan syndrome. What are the hormone deficiencies in pituitary syndrome? Yes. Gonadotropin releasing hormone. Adrenal cortex hormone. No beta, it is Sheehan syndrome. Sheehan syndrome हो रहा है उसको. ठीक है, सारे पिट्यूटरी की हार्मोन्स लैकिंग हैं. एड्रीनल कॉर्टेक्स, देन डिक्रीज TSH, right? Because of no estrogen, beta. Dr. Isra, no estrogen is there. मीनोपॉजल लेडीज में होता है ना. ओके, प्लूराइटिस होता है ना मीनोपॉजल लेडी में. सो नाउ यू टेल मी कि इंसुलिन की कमी होगी कि नहीं होगी. इंसुलिन कहां से आता है डॉक्टर सुमित? डॉक्टर सुमित, फ्रॉम वेयर द इंसुलिन कम? इज इट ओके? सो इंसुलिन तो पैनक्रियाज से आता है. इंसुलिन कम फ्रॉम पैनक्रियाज. नो नीड टू गिव दिस लेडी इंसुलिन. इंसुलिन विल बी प्रेजेंट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 34. Okay, Dr. Sumit, have you got it? Okay, in the question number 34, Dr. Rachna, please, this is very much expected question. There is no uterus and no pubic hair. Now you tell me, uterus is absent in which two conditions? MRKH and androgen insensitivity syndrome. Got it? right? And pubic hairs are present in a female or male due to androgens. If in the question they have given that no pubic hair, it means that there is no androgen functioning. Very good, Dr. Hassan. Okay, uterus is absent only in, Dr. Rachna, uterus is also absent in androgen insensitivity. If they are telling you no pubic hair, it means no androgen. Okay, so it means it is a case of an AIS. And if they are telling you no uterus and pubic hair present, it means it is a case of MRKH. Okay, have you got this? Question number 56. 16 years pregnant woman with amenorrhea. I think there is a problem. It is 16-year girl. Dr. Hassan, it is 16-year girl. Doctor, there is a typing mistake. It is a 16-year girls. Yes, Dr. Hassan, there is a typing error. It is a 16-year girl with amenorrhea. I'm sorry for this typing error. It is 16-year girls with amenorrhea. Next query is 42 taken 49. Bar body is seen in. When is bar body seen, Dr. Isra? If more than one X क्रोमोसोम होता है, more are the X chromosome, more is the bar body. Okay, XX में there is one bar body. In XY no bar body. In Klinefelter there is again one bar body. Have you got it? Dr. Isra, have you got it? In XO also there is no bar body. What is the number of bar body in? Yeah, I'm right. Write down in the chat box now. What is the number of bar body in complete mole and partial mole? कंप्लीट मोल में कितनी बार बॉडीज होती हैं? राइट डाउन. एंड पार्शियल मोल में कितनी बार बॉडीज होती हैं? ऑल ऑफ दोज हु आर वॉचिंग प्लीज राइट डाउन. Is it clear? Yes, Dr. Sumit, it is 1 in complete mole and 2 in partial mole. Dr. Sumit, it is 2. What is the genotype of partial mole? (69). Okay. So to calculate the number of bar body, you have to minus 1x. 2x है ना, 2x minus 1x is equals to number of bar body. Have you got it? डॉक्टर इसरा समझ आ गया? यहाँ 3x थे minus 1x, but first you have to minus 1 is equals to 2 bar body. Have you got it? Dr. Isra waiting for you. Please write down in the chat box. Okay, very good. Dr. Rachna is with 18, 19, 16. Let us take 16. Question number 16 was Morse over rule out करना था आपको. What is the cause of, Dr. Rachna, they are asking most common cause of secondary amenorrhea. Tell me what is the most common cause of secondary amenorrhea. The one in the question is not a common cause. क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 के लिए मुझे फर्स्ट यू टेल मी व्हाट इज द मोस्ट कॉमन कॉज ऑफ सेकेंडरी एमिनोरिया. इट इज PCOD. Okay, now they have twisted. They have not given PCOD, right? Kalman causes, yeah, you are right, Dr. Isra, it is pregnancy. The second most common cause is after pregnancy is PCOD. Okay, so now see question number A, B, C, option A, B, C. In C it is Kalman. Kalman always causes primary amenorrhea. Turner always usually causes primary amenorrhea. Okay, okay. So ये दोनों तो रूल आउट ही हो गए. Okay, got it. अब बचा डायबिटीज एंड pelvic रेडिएशन. अब आप बताइए मुझे कौन सा ज्यादा कॉमन है. डायबिटीज कौन सी एज में होता है मोस्ट कॉमनली? 50 इयर्स पे, राइट? तो प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी एमिनोरिया की स्टेज पे पेल्विक इरेडिएशन इज द कॉमन कॉज. गॉट इट? गॉट इट? Diabetes occur at the age of menopause. Have you got the question number 16? Question number 18. Hypothalamic amenorrhea. Hypothalamus is affected in yeah, Dr. Isra, it was by exclusion only. Okay. So hypothalamus is affected in hypothalamic amenorrhea. It means where hypothalamus is affected. Tell me, hypothalamus is affected in what is affected in Asherman? Endometrium is affected. What is affected in PCOS? Ovulation नहीं होता, right? What is affected in Kalman? Hypothalamus. What is affected in Sheehan? Pituitary. So the answer will be Kalman. Okay. Very good, Dr. Isra. Answer is Kalman. Answer of question number 18 is hypothalamic amenorrhea. Hypothalamus is affected in. Very good. Very good. Hypothalamus is affected in Kalman. Name one syndrome where hypothalamus is again affected. राइट डाउन इन द चैट बॉक्स एक और सिंड्रोम बताओ जिसमें हाइपोथैलेमस इज इफेक्टेड. Hypothalamic amenorrhea occurs in Dr. Sumit, write down. It occurs in Kalman and it occurs in anorexia nervosa. It occurs in prolactinoma. Okay. Okay. ओवेरियन फेलियर में व्हाट इज हार्मोन स्टेटस? राइट डाउन डॉक्टर सुमित, व्हाट इज द हार्मोन स्टेटस इन ओवेरियन फेलियर? राइट डाउन. ओवेरियन फेलियर में क्या होता है हार्मोन स्टेटस? बी फास्ट. What is the hormone status in Sheehan? Sheehan means pituitary failure. FSH decrease, LH decrease. What is there in Asherman? Yes, Dr. Kartik, right. Asherman में क्या होता है? There is endometrium problem. So FSH and LH are normal. And what is in PCOS? Very good, Dr. Isra. PCOS में क्या होता है? पीसीओएस में क्या होता है? ओव्यूलेशन नहीं होता. एफएसएच इज नॉर्मल, एलएच इज हाई. ओव्यूलेशन नहीं हो रहा ना, एलएच इज हाई. ओके. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 अंडरस्टूड. Yes. What are the symptoms in question number 31? What are the symptoms in prolactinoma? There is increased prolactin, which leads to decreased GnRH, which leads to amenorrhea. Increased prolactin leads to galactorrhea. And as it's okay, there is amenorrhea, galactorrhea, and there are visual symptoms. Okay, visual symptoms, because increased prolactinoma compresses the optic chiasma. Dr. Champ, are you there? Should we discuss congenital adrenal hyperplasia? Please write in the chat box if you are there. Thirty-four we have discussed. 36 we have discussed. 37 we have discussed. If any problem is left, then बेटा डॉक्टर कार्तिक राज, डॉक्टर सुमित, मैथ्स वाले क्वेश्चंस जो हैं हो जाते हैं अगर हम, हाँ थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर हो जाता है, हमें बस मैच करना है. ठीक है, यू आर परफेक्टली सेइंग नॉर्मल थिंग दैट FSH LH इज नॉर्मल. LH is raised and FSH gets decreased in PCOD. But we can derive the answer by other thing. Okay. 39 question. Please write down in the chat box if any queries left. Question number 39 and question number 42. Okay, we will be taking question number 39 and question number 42. Okay, so question number 39 is low socio-economic status, weight loss, secondary amenorrhea. TB में क्या होता है? What happens in TB, Dr. Rahul? TB में क्या होता है? If there is TB, what happens? TB में Asherman syndrome हो जाता है बेटे. There occurs Asherman syndrome in the endometrium. Okay, what is the cause of Asherman syndrome? Extensive DNC and TB. Extensive DNC and TB. Okay, so this patient goes in amenorrhea. Okay, Dr. Rahul, is it clear? PID में there is no amenorrhea, foreign body में there is no amenorrhea. Yes, beta, due to Asherman syndrome, patient suffers infertility. Conceive नहीं होगा ना? Okay, most common organ affected in TB is genital TB is, no doubt it is, yes, come on, right, give me the answer. Last year FMG का क्वेश्चन है ये. Write down in the chat box. Yes, the answer is fallopian tube. Okay, but if uterus gets involved, then there occurs Asherman syndrome. Very good, Dr. Rahul. Very good, Dr. Isra. Okay, clear? Let's take question number 42. Question number 42 we have already discussed. Now see what is there in the 42. What is the genotype of the... Yes, very good. The genotype of this human is 45XO and 46XY. Okay, is it okay? Yes. Now please focus on 42. In 42, the genotype is XO and XY. So XO वाला क्या करेगा? Write down. टर्नर बनाएगा. और XY वाला क्या बनाएगा? Very good. It will be male. Is it okay? This will not be a normal male. So it will be Turner plus male. The gonads will be in the testes will be in inguinal canal. No, beta, Dr. Gurdeep, it is not severe. It is Turner mosaic. Okay? Have you got it? Have you got it? सो दिस इज टर्नर मोजैक. टर्नर मोजैक क्या होता है? 45XO, 46XX या 45XO, 46XY. ओके. ओके. So here the testes will be in the inguinal canal. तो इसको रिमूव करना पड़ेगा. बायलेटरल गोनाडोटेक्टमी. इज इट क्लियर डॉक्टर इसरा? इज इट क्लियर? इसके अंदर इस ह्यूमन बीइंग में टर्नर के फीचर्स भी होंगे और एक मेल के फीचर्स भी होंगे. ठीक है. तो दिस ह्यूमन बीइंग इज टेकन एज मेल. इसको बोलते ही नहीं है कि तुम्हें टर्नर भी है, इसको बताते हैं कि तुम मेल ही हो, बस यू डोंट, योर टेस्टीज आर नॉट फंक्शनल. ओके. दिस ह्यूमन बीइंग इज टेकन एज मेल, इज रियर्ड एज मेल. इसको बताते हैं कि आप मेल ही हो. वाई नॉट टू डू ऑर्चिडोपैक्सी? बेटा इसको मेल की तरह ही पालना है ना, इसलिए ऑर्चिडोपैक्सी. ओके. वाई नॉट टू डू ऑर्चिडोपैक्सी? Because it will not, testes are not functional in them. Because testes are not functional, they are vestigial. Is it clear? One request to all of you, please like, share and subscribe my channel. I get lot of encouragement from all this. Dr. Isra, because these testes are not functional, that is why orchidopexy is not done. It is combination of both. It is a true hermaphrodite. Okay, it is a true hermaphrodite. It is a man. It is a man. It is a true hermaphrodite. डॉक्टर गुरदीप, इट इज अ ट्रू हर्माफ्रोडाइट. मेल भी है, फीमेल भी है. एक्स, बिकॉज ऑफ एक्सओ इट इज फीमेल ऑल्सो, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ एक्स वाई इट इज मेल ऑल्सो. इट इज अ ट्रू हर्माफ्रोडाइट. ओके. ओके. हैव यू गॉट इट डॉक्टर गुरदीप? शुड वी क्लोज द सेशन? Okay, thank you.